Good morning, Vietnam! Welcome back to CCFC. I'm your boy CCFC, and that is now my legally binding name. So call me CCFC if you ever see me in the streets of London or Gelsenkirchen. I'm never there, I've been there once. Boom. Atleti Madrid away kit leaked. Now it's got some squigglies, it's got some squagglies. Sometimes I'm fond of a squiggly and a scraggly. This one, I am, I'm thinking the pink and the blue, I like. They're the original gender colours. Which, let's not delve too deep into that. This kit is, I think it's alright, to be honest. Usually I feel like you would expect me to criticise the random squiggly scraggly nature of it. It's like a colourful oil spill designed by a toddler. Maybe it's the drawings of a toddler terrified of their future planet. Printed onto a football shirt. I like it. It evokes fear, but also the youthful joy of being alive, whilst, being fully aware that their life might be cut short by drastic, severe flood-related consequences. And for that, I'm going to give it an 8. I like it. I think it's good crack. I wish the pink was less salmony. I think it needs to be a more brutal pink, the same saturation as some of the blue on this very kit. Porto home kit. Now, it's missing a Betano sponsor, but I believe Betano have changed their sponsor so it looks less shit this time. That's good. Apart from that, it'll do. It's fine. I'm not too fond. They shouldn't be a New Balance, I think they should be like an Adidas. An Adidas or a Nike, I think. If you're Porto, historic club, I believe. Don't really know, to be honest. Just one of the two big teams of Portugal. 3 big teams? I don't know. It's Portugal, so there is a limit on how big they can possibly be, just to sheer population size. But, smoky stripes is how I describe it. And do they smoke a lot in Portugal? Maybe, because they're European, aren't they? I never really understand what that means. When people say that, like, oh, very European. What? Very which out of like 30 odd countries do you mean? Their away kit, however, that's fine. It's almost like it evokes the Holland like 88 or whatever it is pattern. But do I like it? I don't think I do. I actually, after the previous kit, it's this holding me back, the New Balance. I sort of forgot that they were still going, to be honest. Are they just making Porto's kits? What's happened? What year is it in Portugal? I'll give it a pass. It's fine. Their third kit, wow. Now, I imagine they would use this when their home kit has blue on it. If they're playing a blue team, they're wearing this one. If they're playing a white team, I guess they could also wear this one. This is wildly unnecessary, to be honest. But apart from this horrible collar bit, the rest works for me. So get rid of that horrible little nub in there, and I think you're in for a treat. You're in for a solid, more of a training, but you're in for a solid treat of at least like a 7.5 from me. Oh, Bayern München. Now, this is a prediction by someone somewhere. But Adidas are rumored to do, there's a lot of throwbacks coming on. Nostalgia is huge at the Memento, because in almost all media, including YouTube, and I do it as well, doing things which work 100%, and also nostalgia, everyone's just doing that. It's a much safer way of doing something, because at least it won't do really bad, and that's where we're at with stuff. Movies, just anything, to be honest. And it's shit, really, if you deep it. But I can't deny that if they come out with this as their away kit, it is some seriously hot shit, isn't it? Just a tree foil gets me going. Please do that for Schalke. I know you won't give a shit, and you'll just give us the same bloody template as everyone else, and you'll just make it blue and put the badge on it, and I will end up buying it. I haven't bought the last one, because it is about 95 quid to get over from Germany. So I'm waiting for that to try me 30 quid. But this, yeah, if this comes out, it's like a 9.5 in it. Throw a golden chain on that, walk around Shoreditch. Ugh. Yeah, all of a sudden you're being flocked by Poon. Oh, now if you look here at this blurry image of an image on a phone, It's a Wolves kit, but if you'll notice, that does not say Castor. This has been recreated by Grahud9, and it's a giant fucking wolf. Because if you didn't know, they're called wolves. I don't know how I feel. Got rid of Castore. Good. Maybe your kits won't fall apart randomly. However, Sudo. Just be normal. You know, you could just pick anyone. But Sudo. Oh yeah, this one will go down in history. It's just such like fan service. Like, yeah, why don't we put a big fucking wolf on it because they're called wolves. Brilliant. If Sudo did a city kit, would they put a gigantic citizen on it? No. Embarrassing. Really quite embarrassing. DEBet. This is obviously, it must be a Deutschland betting company. I'm fucking sick of betting companies, honestly. What is this? Is this big? No one knows. I'm convinced every betting company at this point is a scam. It's just a front for absolute nonsense. Ooh, PSV Eindhoven. Now, it's red and white and stripy with a black, frameage. Classic PSV, that. Now, the thing that sets it apart on this one is that they're not straight lines. They're a bit wobbly. They're a bit of a I've just learned how to use Photoshop. Let me check out the brushes. The issue here is it just looks like a bird shit down it. And I would know, because when I was in Benidorm, I got shat on by a bird directly on the peak of my cap. Right? Somehow none went in my alarmingly cheap vodka-based drink. And I just carried on my day. After washing my hat, obviously. Didn't just walk around with shit. But anyway, I'm trying to say it looks like bird shit, mate. And that's never good. This is going to be a 2 from me. Why would you wear it? Everton. Wow. Now, this is a picture of a picture. One of the best. It's not that hard to take a picture on your phone of a screen and make it not look like shit. But, someone rendered it, thankfully. And this is what it would look like. Now, I'm hoping it would have more of an electric blue, which it appears in this one, than this dark blue. So I'm going to go off the basis that it's going to be an electric vibrant blue. And that would be pretty sick. Apart from that, it's pretty basic. Someone pointed out, I think this is exactly the same pattern as a different kit or an earlier Everton kit. Or 80% the same. Not a lot to write home about, but not brutally ugly. So you're going to have to take it. You're going to have to take it, but it's not going to be above a 6.5, is it? Leicester City. Wow. This is design. This has shocked me so much. I'm going to have a drink of my blackcurrant. Let's just bask in the design of this. So good, so interesting. I'm so glad they've been promoted. Just really buzzing about that. Really just in addition to the Premier League. See, what they've done here is it's blue. Oh, there's yellow on it as well. Oh, the detail is just... It's almost like eating a finely dined dinner. Like I'm at the Ritz right now looking at this. Just so fucking fascinating and interesting, this one. Really well done to the design. A bit of squiggly scraggly. Some brush strokes. That's appropriate because I'm about to stroke myself at this kit because it's just so full of joy and wonder and personality. Ooh, Lille away. Now, they tried to do something here, and they made it a little bit spotty in the grid pattern. I sort of like it. I think this could be a fun one to buy for 15 quid down and then play at Goals or Power League. People are like, is he wearing a Lille shirt? What year is that from? That's what people would say. They would also say it with this one, but not in a good way. Don't go with grey. Never go with grey. Okay, you can go with a shiny silver if it's the 90s and you're Manchester City. As long as you, never make it again. Oh, wow, look at this one. That is so... Fuck off. Newcastle. Now, this is a counterfeit based on 95% protection. But it is obviously for a child or maybe just a small man or woman. Or a dog. or a big dog. This is obviously going to be their kit. And it is just the template. But I think it's going to get a high rating from me when it's properly released. Because Newcastle are Adidas. They are just Adidas. They're no one else. They're nothing else. They're not Puma. They're not Castore. It doesn't matter how good they make the kits. They're Adidas. And it's going to feel like Shearer is back. Shea Given in goal. And who else played for them? Craig Bellamy for a bit. Like, it's going to be a good rating, so it's exciting for Newcastle fans. Oh, Barcelona. Now, I believe this is their third kit. We've seen their home and their away. I think they got a good trifecta of tricots. It's German. This coming season. Now, I've already gotten used to the new night collar, and I'm backing it. I'm backing it. The red to the blue gradient I'm having, because they actually dip it to black in the middle. It's not going to, like, sometimes when you do a gradient, the middle color's a bit shit, but dipping it to black, I think has worked. I think has really worked for me, and I like it. But the issue is that I fucking hate the club. So Barcelona's kit, nice. Leave Bernardo Silva alone. Stop pretending that you're buying everyone and putting weird leaks out. It's just odd. You have no money. You are crap. Real Madrid away. Now, this is confirmed. There's a little picture of Bellingham wearing it. Standard. It looks like it could maybe be a good Wolves orange, this. You know. Stick a little Wolves badge on this, and I'd probably not give it a good score. I wouldn't really give this one a good score, but I do like a Real Madrid orange one. I believe they had one around 2013 time. Just a random sort of stripy, triangular, pointy pattern. Not really feeling it. Not jumping out at me as a great, you know. So it doesn't show much personality, you know. This is a shame. United goalkeeper kit. Now, Adidas rumoured for some bigger clubs. For the goalkeepers, they're going for the trefoil. That is good, isn't it? Like, it's hard to go wrong with a black and white kit, which actually feels like seldom seen now. I don't think there's ever been a Manchester City black and white kit since, you know, we were St. Mark's Gorton. And I think I would like one. But I might be a bit bored. This is going to be good, isn't it? It's going to be a solid, like, 8.5, 9. Bog standard, simple. It's very them. The little devil makes it for, like, you know, how evil they are. And fair play. Hate the club, but that's going to be a big seller, isn't it? Now, their third kit. I thought I had maybe reacted to this already, but I think I just might have put it in my group chat. And Joe Tomlinson was like, no, it looks like random Brazilian team. Sao Paulo? But I thought this is going to sell like hot cakery. Trust me. Now, I don't know if they've had to move the sponsor down a little bit to accommodate for the lines. Maybe this isn't the perfect placement, but it's going to sell well. It's clean, it's simple, and I think it'll be really effective at the local t-shirt shop. I'm going to have to do an unbiased. It's going to be like an 8.5, isn't it? Really strong. Actually, probably a 9. If you're a United fan, maybe just, you know, give yourself a cold shower and think about what you're doing to the world. But after that, you'd probably look at this and give it like a 9, wouldn't you? So, Arsenal. Now, this is the front. This is the batty. It's a good kit. It's a thoroughly good kit, isn't it? Now, I know I always give Arsenal really high scores, but they keep making really good kits. It is the Canon. It's definitely mainly the Canon, but trefoil. And I'm a big purple fan, if you can't tell. I like the colour purple. And I also like colour blue. Now, not necessarily this blue, but I think it works really well. I think it's a nice kit. I think it'll sell well amongst the ladies and also the men. But I think it'll be a good pickup for the ladies. Not because of the colour. It just feels a bit more. I can picture it more on Arsenal supporting women. You know what I mean? That's fine, isn't it? Yeah, back myself, Kieran. Yeah, if you sell Arsenal kits, and and you know the numbers, I'd be interested to know actually if that sells more in the female demographic than it does the men. Men are weird. Okay, I'll buy any kit. There's some bright pink kits, but there is still a thing, or a large sector, especially football blokes, where they'll be like, "Oh, it's fucking pink. It's for women." It might not be. You could just wear it if you want. I want a pink Schalke shirt. Oh, it's so good. Hard to find in a large. It's usually like extra large or like extra small. Why? What about me? Just a reasonably sized man. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I've been your boy, CCFC, and I will see you after Dortmund have lost. This has already happened by then, hasn't it? Maybe. Maybe I'll get out before then. I hope Dortmund have lost. Terribly so. And in unjust circumstances.